Hello, Ernest and Rated Frog and Peanut358. Hi, Jesse. I'm doing well. I'm on early tonight because I felt like it and I was like, why not? I'm doing well, Jesse. I was gonna say, how are you doing? Working, is it 60 hours again this week? Happy Life is here. Do you know what time it is? LOL, yes. I was like, I'm just gonna hop on here early. I feel like it. All right, today's trivia question is, guess which epic sporting event I most want to attend? Okay. All right, there you go. Kaio is here. Rated Frog says, I'm picking Harry Potter. I'm excited for the storms coming tomorrow. That's cool. I don't know what our weather is like here in Minneapolis. I haven't checked. No, I got them caught back up, so 45 hours. All right, nice. Happy Life is Guessing World Cup. Hi, B. Good to see you. I got a package today from good old Target. How was your day off yesterday from YouTube? Let's see. I didn't take the day off. I actually filmed a recipe episode last night. So, it was good though. It was fun. I feel like I don't look as bright on here. I'm trying to figure out why that is. Intriguing Turtle, love the name. €5. Thank you. No, is that pound? No, that's euros. Thank you, Intriguing Turtle. We can first do is befriend once we're comfortable getting into it. Interesting. Well, thank you for the super chat. Aren't you still what? Thinking the Derby. Hi, Shad23. Majestic Shorts is here. So this is a very simple unboxing. This is my absolute favorite cereal, you guys. It's so tasty. It's basically like eating crunchy cereal, but it is 11 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar. It is vegan, gluten-free, keto, non-GMO, made by a type 1 diabetic who wanted to eat something that tasted sweet but obviously wasn't like a sugar bomb. So, got a new package. D1 Astro is here. Cesar, Ulysses, hello. Alicia, hello, I see you. Lana, where are you ordering this? This is from Target. So if you go on to target.com, and also you can see it on the box here, from Target. Hello, are those cherry earrings? If so, where did you get them? So these are actually not cherry earrings. These are Jingle Bell earrings that I have continued to wear since Christmas, several months ago now. But people really like them. I got these on Amazon. If you go onto Amazon and search for Christmas Jingle Bell earrings, you should find them. I feel like I don't look that dark on here. I'm just wondering, maybe my phone screen is just dark. Okay. King Bryson is here. Hello, hyper pigmentation. Very healthy stuff right there. Yes, so I've got some more Catalina Crunch. I'm very excited to eat, but not today. So I'm gonna make veggie burgers and then I'm gonna be making black rice ramen. Should be tasty. This is actually what I used to make the recipe video last night. One True Loon, you're welcome. AA Super Crusher, hello. Cocacero is here. Big Lots is here. They're looking more like cherries. Yes, that is why I wear them so often on here, because people think that they're cherries, and I do mostly food content on my channel. Your fave Mexican is here. Beetlejuice is here. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, Beetlejuice. How are you? Wonderful to see you as always. So these are my favorite veggie burgers. Plenty of you have seen me make these before on my channel. They are mushroom quinoa veggie burgers. Delicious, vegan, gluten-free, tons of great stuff in them, so I'm gonna make these. Como merci, says Cocacero. Dashmeet Singh. I'm making burgers, and then I'm also gonna make some black rice ramen noodles. Very tasty. Yes, and I'm hungry too. I just went for a walk, and I could use some food. Yes, I'm vegan. Tony Smalls. I am vegan. I've been vegan for 13 years now. Honestly, I'm pretty chill. Like, I'm vegan 97% of the time. Vegan and wearing it well. Thank you, Thomas. All right, so the oven is heating up. Desde Barranquilla, very cool. Nobody, I'm glad that you asked. So I'm not training for a marathon right now. I'm not really, I feel like saying that I'm training for a 5K sounds a bit over intense because I feel like you don't really have to train much for a 5K because it is a relatively short distance. So I'm just like getting in running shape for a 5K because I took a lot of time off from running these last few months. So I am running a 5K in about a month, but I do want to do my next marathon next year because I feel like I do feel some FOMO not training for one this time around. If you're a vegan, then do you drink milk? I drink almond milk. I'll show you the brand of almond milk that I order, again, from Target.com. So I love Almond Breeze unsweetened original almond milk. So non-dairy. Happy Life says, hello, your favorite Mexican, Freshly Wild. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time. I went with your high school sports, soccer, football, FIFA. Nice. How much is that? I don't know, Madi. Black rice ramen noodles sounds amazing. I had black bean Korean noodles. Ooh, that sounds really good. Dashmeet Singh. Dennis Hillsbeck, hello. Cocacero with the croissants. You're gonna kill that 5K for sure. I'm excited to have a race coming up. It's been a while, and you know, I like running. I like the routine and just the way, I feel like it's just, I feel great when I'm running regularly. I went to school with you, says SB Shortstop Bro. Lazy Nade, thank you. I actually have thought about crafting some earrings to put on my channel as like merch that I could make myself that look like these ones because people comment on them all the time. NC is here. I saw your comment on my wedding trip vlog. Thank you. I'll respond to it. Let's see. Dylan Thomas O'Boyle is here. Good to see you. No, I've had this shirt for like 4 years. I got it at Old Navy years ago. I just felt like wearing it today. In Norway, okay. Wow. I've lost 40 pounds in 2 months and lost 10 points off BMI. Says that was Joe LSU 2000. Wednesday special. Yeah, I decided I would hop on here earlier than normal. Just, I felt like it. I don't know. I was like, why should I just wait around not really doing anything when I could just hop on? Peter Alexander Constantine, hey, I got a picture. You get to see me now. Nice. Yes, I do see your new profile picture. Guess where I'm going tomorrow? Dylan Thomas O'Boyle. Let me guess, London. You're relatively close to there, so that's my guess. Ethiopian vegan lady, yes, Alexander Ebralidze. Yes, indeed. All right. Definitely not Cali Hawk. Ethio vegan, doing well. Come here early more often. That's honestly, that's true though. I didn't think about that. But those of you who are across the ocean in Europe or farther away than that, the time that I usually go live is tricky for you guys because you are like 7 to 8 or more hours ahead. So whenever I go live, 8 p.m. Central, it's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for people in the UK and mainland Europe. So yes, that is one benefit I didn't think about. Old World Cryptid Carolinas, hello. Thank you, Scarlett. I'm glad you like the earrings. Hi, Omar. I don't like England that much, fair enough. Old World Cryptid says I'm in North Carolina. Mess 11 is here. You're in Milan. Oh my goodness, Dylan, what are you doing in Milan? That's incredible. Lucky you. All right, guys, so these are gonna be very easy to make. I'm just throwing them in the oven for about 15 minutes total. I'm gonna actually whack up the heat because I forgot to put it up. But the main thing I want to show you guys is my very creepy cordyceps mushrooms. This is for fellow fans of The Last of Us, but you can eat cordyceps, like not in the show, not in the video game, but you can eat cordyceps mushrooms, and they look like, you know, in the show, in the video game. I made noodles with them. I made a mushroom noodle dish with cordyceps last night. Not gonna lie, eating them, the whole time I had the visual images from the show, and I was like, oh, this is hard. This is like not the easiest thing to eat because all I can think of is the mushroom monsters from the show. But you can order these. I mean, I would say your local grocery store probably doesn't stock them. But if you go on to like Amazon, like I ordered this from some vendor on Amazon and cooked with them, and they were very tasty. It's just obviously it's a little triggering from the show. Pud Flapsia is here. Mushroom says with a no from Rated Frog. Old World Cryptid, I'm in Minnesota. Business and Pleasure, nice. Still a Thomas O'Boyle. Yeah, Rated Frog, I can make popcorn. I was thinking about making popcorn on Monday night on the live stream, but I didn't. I didn't really feel like eating it. Let's see, Pud is back. Yum, I love mushrooms, me too. Yeah, I know. It's like the show because it's like a horror video game TV show, and it's like, you know, it's kind of gross with the mushroom infection. All right. Right, good night. I'll have to be up early. Have a great time in Milan at your conference. You will have to tell us all about it, Dylan, once you're finished with your conference. Travel and Art is here. Yuvraj Singh is here. Thank you, Omar. You can boil them, right? Yes. These are just dried cordyceps mushrooms. So I will be rehydrating these in just a glass bowl. Bloater maker, yo. Oh my goodness. Yuvraj, I'm doing well. Hi, Gustavo Caballero. Hi, Stefano. Sorry to hear that, XD Loyal 36. Thanks, Rich. Actually, I have a couple new member emojis that I'm thinking of. I'll have to check and see if YouTube is allowing me to add any more or if I've hit my limit. But I thought of 2 emojis that I want to add for members. Let's see. Green Day, can we get more Minnesotan emojis? Yes. Travel and Art likes portobello mushrooms. I do too. Portobellos are so nice. Love it. Thanks, Rich, for all the Minnesota emojis. All right. I'm gonna rehydrate these, maybe like 1 cup of them, because I used 1/2 last night and I feel like I could have eaten more than I did. So let's grab this Victo Boy, or no, sorry, Victory. Oh, Victory with the R, like trademark copyright thing. Victory, hello, how are you? Insaf, thank you. I will never stop. That is, I mean, that's kind of the way to live your life, is just don't be a quitter. Just keep on going. Solitary Man, hello. Using some lovely cordyceps mushrooms in honor of The Last of Us, which is just such an amazing show. Come on. Thank you, Inez the Legend. Thank you very much for subscribing. Oh shoot, lost a cordyceps, so sad. Sorry, little guy. You ever ate the mushroom chicken of the woods? No, I was looking it up though, and I don't know if I was like kind of creeped out by it, because I think the name is interesting, but also I'm like, ooh, it's like not a meat, but it's a mushroom, but it's kind of creeping me out that it kind of looks like a meat. I don't know. It weirded me out. I don't know if I would eat it. Here I am eating cordyceps though, so never say never. I've never played or watched The Last of Us. I think it's a PlayStation thing. I'm on Xbox. Okay. Honestly, I'm not a gamer, so I don't know. In my head I was like, well, aren't games basically made for all the different consoles? But maybe not. I'm not part of the gaming world, so I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna use about this much of the lovely cordyceps. Grab these little bits that I dropped. And then I'm just gonna put some water over these. I might snap off. There's kind of like the flowering ends. I'm just gonna, those tend to be a little bit harder to eat, so I'm just gonna quickly snap those off. Same as Valorant, just for PC players. Interesting. I would think that the game creators or the game sellers would want to adapt games for multiple formats. Like, you know, with apps on phones, usually it's both Android and Mac OS. Gill Family Vlogs is here. Hello. Crazy how it tastes like chicken. Oh, it kind of weirds me out, not gonna lie. Hi, James Brace. Technical support, I see you. Thanks, Insaf Moeli. Dimitra, this is cordyceps mushrooms from the video game and the show. Big Hoss 920, glasses fashion statement. No, I was just outside and it was very, very sunny. Same as Valorant. Okay, for PC players. Damir Bielich, how are you? Good to see you. English Habesha. Okay, Mickey Fanazme. Yeah, because so many more people have console than PC, so they're losing a lot of money not bringing stuff to console. Yeah, it seems like a bad business approach to me. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and just run some warm water over it so that they can get rehydrated. So that's what they look like. Don't want to be eating like dried, crispy cordyceps. I want them to be like softer. So they're gonna hang out in there. I'll do like 10 minutes just to make sure. Whew, I'm already so hungry, you guys. Oh my goodness. The mushrooms are very yummy. I really like them. Actually a lot of mushroom action. So I've got this bowl of cordyceps and then also mushroom veggie burgers over here. I am a fan of mushrooms. Ozmaster is here. Gill Family Vlog said hi. I'm what else should I do? I'm gonna get some water boiling in here for my lovely noodles. Raiders X is here. How are you? Do some beefy burgers. I could find some vegan burgers that are very beefy in texture. So, I'm gonna put this on my stovetop to boil. Whew, I'm hungry, you guys. Raiders X says, I'm great, and you? I'm doing good. Making some dinner. I got a little bit of coffee left too. Yes, that's the timer for the burgers. So I'm gonna put these 2 frozen burgers into my oven. And let's do timer 7. Whew. Well is back. Good to see you. What's for dinner? I'm making mushroom quinoa burgers. Those just went into the oven. I'm also making some black rice ramen noodles. I'll show you what they look like with cordyceps mushrooms that I'm rehydrating. I have a dried container of cordyceps. Stone Papa Smurf is guessing FIFA in the poll. Sukhoi, hello. Don't have kids, Reaper, Sows. Demir, I'm doing well. Great to see you. How is life in Croatia? Is that dinner? Yes, H. Roz. David Macron is here. So this is what a block of black rice ramen looks like. It's splintering a little bit, but I think it's pretty cool looking. It ends up looking more purpley when you cook it, but yeah, it's very, I actually didn't even know there was such a thing as black rice. So then I saw this and I was like, ooh, this will look cool with the cordyceps mushrooms. Parker is here. Hello, Parker. Good day, solid Wednesday. Let's see, woke up, went to work, worked all day. It was just one of those like just keep working kind of days. And then I went for a walk this evening and then I hopped on here because I decided like, why not? I have the energy. I feel like I just want to get online versus waiting until 8 p.m. If your parents visit you, would you cook vegan? Do you allow meat to be cooked in your kitchen? Honestly, I don't really like it. So I would prefer to not have like bacon juice or grease or steaks. Like, I mean, there's like blood in deli meats that you purchase. So it's like, I would rather not have that touching my cookware. I just wouldn't want like beef, chicken, pork, or fish residue on my pans, saute pans, whatever. So I would ask people if they wanted to eat something with meat to just pre-make it or buy it beforehand and then like heat it up at my place. Who did I miss here? David says, love your streams. Thank you, David. So good to have you here. Is it Janita or Genita Brown? 317. Mickey says, just bumped into your content. Glad to have you here. Whoa, black rice. I know. I've never had black rice before. It's very, I think it looks really cool. Because I've only ever had like wheat ramen or white rice ramen, nothing ever this dark. Looks like somebody's hair. I know it does kind of look like hair. Forrest Gibbs. Technical support is here. Persian boy, hello. What sports event do you most want to attend? I usually close my polls at the 1 hour mark. So I do make people wait. Although I kind of like, maybe I should like keep it shorter. I'll wait for like 5 more minutes and then I'll close the poll. not opposed to mixing things up. Sometimes I feel like trolling channels, but you're pretty cool, Hannah. I've been here before, so I will restrain myself. Sounds good, Scarface. I mean, I'm no stranger to trolls. It's the internet, but I appreciate your kind comment. Hi, Kat. Wilfred Morris is here. Parker says it has to be FIFA. Looks like Super Bowl has the most votes, but it is close. Ooh, it's close between the first three. Kentucky Derby has 28%, Super Bowl has 32%, and FIFA Men's World Cup has 30%. So they're all within, what, 2 to 4 percentages of each other. Cool. Ganita Brown, I talk about anything on here, except I don't talk about my religious views, I don't talk about my political views, I don't talk about my personal life / romantic life, and identifying info. So phone number, WhatsApp, address, I don't do that. But yeah, other than that, I talk about like pop culture, what's in the news, favorite things, traveling, food. I mean, I can't even begin to count the number of things that I have discussed on my live streams. That's understandable about your kitchen, says your fave Mexican. Let's see. FIFA Men's World Cup, of course, says NC. Hi, Larry, nice. I feel like I missed some comments up here. Thank you, Naldo DS. This comment is solely to appreciate your freckles. Thank you. I do love my freckles. That's understandable about your kitchen. Hannah, what kind of mushroom is that on your post? I think Herbie and I failed the quiz. I feel like my hint was, I should have just said hint is The Last of Us. So, based on that, I think you guys could have gotten it, but I did not pick a good. I was worried that saying The Last of Us would be way too obvious, but whatever. Finya Dobie, hello. Hi, Alfred. Ooh, after Ronaldo and Messi leave, football is no longer interesting. It's so sad to think about them being gone. If you can live in any other state, which one and why? Boy, that's a tough one. Because I've been to plenty of other states, I just don't really like them. Probably Wisconsin. I would want to be in the Midwest. I've been to so much of Wisconsin. It's very similar to Minnesota. Yeah. For as many years as I lived on the East Coast, I don't like it as a place to be. I don't like the culture out there. I don't like the scenery. I actually don't like the ocean. It wouldn't be in the South. It's too hot. I like all 4 seasons. I love winter. I also love just like the Midwest vibe. It's like, it's like people work hard, but it's like cozy. There's a lot of outdoor activities. I think it's just a bit more chill than either of the coasts. I do not like the West Coast personally as like a place to live. It's just not for me. So yeah, I would live in Wisconsin. If I was like permanently banished from Minnesota and I had to live somewhere else, I would move to Wisconsin. I'd probably live in Milwaukee or Madison or maybe somewhere a little bit closer to the Minnesota border. But yeah, I love the Midwest. I'm never leaving in terms of like my home. Great question. I've never thought about that. But I'm so diehard Minnesotan that I'm never gonna leave unless I'm like forcibly removed and exiled from the state of Minnesota. Momo Belba is from France. Hello. Rich has all the CR7 emojis. Amazing. World Cup here in LA. Yes, Parker. Oh my goodness. I am already just so excited thinking about World Cup next summer, and I'm like looking at which cities I could go to and see games. I definitely want to go to Mexico, definitely want to go to some game in Canada, maybe Vancouver, maybe Toronto, and then I think there might be one, I think Kansas City might be hosting games, I'm not positive. Hi, Richie Okorafor. Thank you, Persian boy. About that bowl concept on your poll. Don't know what you mean, Alfred. Jacob Miguel, I would live in West Virginia. West Virginia is beautiful. I went on a tour when I was in high school. I went on a tour of, do they just call it WVU, West Virginia University? It's just, I don't know, we were like out east and it's like, let's just go on a tour out here. And I just remember thinking that the state was so beautiful. And Jaroge David is here. I remember you. Batty Beastie or The Secret of Color. That's a very unique username. Hello, Batty Beastie. Paula is from Brazil. Hi, Paula. Naldo Diaz says, something tells me FIFA because you specified men's, which means you watch both men and women's, plus you seem Brazilian. No, I'm not Brazilian, but I can see why people would guess that. First time here, so it could be completely wrong. It's funny you point that out. I mean, I specifically said men's World Cup because, I mean, plenty of people on here know I love soccer and I grew up playing soccer. But I specifically only watch men's soccer. Sometimes I watch women's soccer, but I'm saying this as a female former soccer player, I just prefer to watch men play because it's like a faster game. The shots are harder, the crosses are harder, it's more contact. I think it's more entertaining to watch personally because it's so fast. So that's why I specified men's World Cup. Clyde Davis, hello. Nowhere with Bears. Also, hey. The Unbothered Sun. I love those yams. I don't know what that means. All right, burgers are halfway done. I gotta flip them. Hannah, what food do you want to teach today? So I'm not really teaching this one. You've seen this one before. It's just my stockpile of go-to veggie burgers. So these are gonna go back in for about 7 minutes. And then I'm gonna make some ramen. I have my water boiling for the ramen here. I kind of want to make some roasted potatoes, but I kind of feel like that might be just a little too much, but I could probably pull it off. Okay, Clyde Davis, I did say hi to you. JP is here. Good to see you, Antonio Salazar. Hello, hello. I am on early tonight because I felt like it. Why not? Hannah, what food? Okay, saw that one. Fair Play, says Naldo Diaz. Divinity Affection. Double tap your screen for Hannah. Thank you, Rich. Divinity Affection. I am from the United States. I am vegan. Yes, Alfred. Do you have a favorite club? Ooh, Naldo, you asked the right question, although it sounds like you're a Liverpool fan. Yes, of course. It's actually 2 favorite clubs. And people always are like, you can't like both of them. I'm like, sure I can. Thank you, Carls. I appreciate you. Let's see. Naldo says, no. I don't mind Liverpool. I got nothing against Liverpool. I am very happy for them this season. Very happy for the new manager, Arne Slot. Really happy for Mo Salah. Yeah, I watch them. I watch all the teams in the Premier League. But my 2 favorite ones are Chelsea and Arsenal. Thank you, Divinity Affection. Dirt Bike Bro. I was just watching, what was it? There was a race I was watching just randomly. And it was some dirt bike competition. I wish I could remember the people's, I think Tommy was, there's a racer who wears a cowboy hat. Who is this? Aaron Plessinger. Do you know who that is? Dirt Bike Bro. Randomly. Love the username. Do you watch Aaron Plessinger race? He wears a very fun cowboy hat. Thank you, Jonathan Martinez. You'd start a war in London doing that. I actually was, so I went to my friend's wedding a couple weekends ago, and her sister's husband is from the UK, and he's a Liverpool fan. I've known the whole family for years. So we were chatting, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I mean, people tell me I can't root for both Arsenal and Chelsea. And he's like, well, I suppose you can. He's like, you couldn't root for either, it was like Tottenham and Chelsea, or there were other one, like Crystal Palace is another London team. But in my head, I'm like, I will watch all 20 of the teams play. It's literally like I get to my weekend, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and it's like, all right, who's playing? Which one looks like a interesting matchup? And I'll just click. And so, yeah, I don't like hate any of the teams. I pity some of the teams because they just like really struggle to do well. But yeah, I'm not like, I don't know. Rivalries I think are kind of silly. Do you like the Blackhawks? I don't think I've ever seen them play, honestly. I root for Minnesota Wild and the DC Capitals. All right. Oleg is here. Sorry, I don't read Russian that well, but hello, Oleg. Or it might be Ukrainian, I don't know. I don't watch the NBA, but I do know, you guys, Timberwolves are playing Steph Curry's team, and I get updates from my family and friends because I don't like basketball as a sport, so I don't watch the NBA, but so many people in my life do. And even like here locally, there's like the buses or there's billboards that say like, go Timberwolves, good luck tonight. On the news, they'll say it. So it's like, okay, I know that the Timberwolves are playing, and I think it's game 4, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't like basketball, but I'm always like rooting for the Minnesota Timberwolves because that's the home team. All right, Richard is saying stuff. Sorry, got a little behind on here. Richard the Angry Vapor, are you grifting for handouts? Arsenal Gooners. Yeah, Arsenal's great. Fred, hello Fred US Marines. Oh my god, it's been a while. No, I think you were recently at a live stream, but I feel like it had been a long time from that last time I saw you. Tottenham, best team in the world is only Real Madrid, and the best match is El Clasico. Thank you, Lively Cuts. These are actually dupe cherry earrings. They are Jingle Bell earrings from Christmas time, but I wear them because they're such a fan fave. Randy F, hello. Have a solid Wednesday. Excuse me. Good Wednesday, busy Wednesday. It was just like a regular work day. Don't think I had any meetings. And then went for a walk this evening, and now I'm on here. Hope you had a good day, Randy. Hi, Candy Eds. Marcel Powell is here. David, I'm making several things for dinner. I've got some veggie burgers in the oven. They're literally about to be done in like 30 seconds. All right. After Ronaldo left, I stopped watching football. I'm a real fan. I feel that. Peter says, no, not basketball, LOL. I mean, yeah. Basketball is fine. What's up, Hannah? Have you ever had... Oh gosh. Please don't spam or you will leave. I feel like I didn't get to someone, but maybe I'm just misreading. All right, so, I will close the poll in just a second. If you haven't voted, please vote in the poll. Best sneakers for my gym girl. She likes light jogging and running. Let's see. Yeah, I will close the poll in like 1 minute. So vote if you haven't. Try and guess the epic sporting event that I would love to go to in my life. I removed the bad ones, Star. The kitchen mitten is still holding up. Yes, NC, I know. I love my oven mitt, and honestly, yeah, it has a lot of use, but it still works, and it's like, I can't justify getting rid of it. March Madness would be great. It's always such a great and competitive atmosphere. Yes, I agree. I would go to all 4 of the ones that I listed in the poll. So I will close it. Corey Richardson is here. Hi, Corey. All right, you got a few seconds. Guess in the poll if you haven't. Gonna close it. Boom. I've never been to Ethiopia, but would love to go when it's a little more stable. Prince of Destruction is here. Hello. All right, poll results. Which epic sporting event do I most want to go to? And you guys did good. The FIFA Men's World Cup, that is top of my list for sporting events. I would say actually you guys voted in the right order. So FIFA Men's World Cup is #1 on my priority list for epic sporting events. Then it would be Super Bowl second, then Kentucky Derby, then March Madness. It looks like a lot of people, only 9%, like a lot of people knew that I'm not much of a basketball person. The Football Pro said hi. Hello, Football Pro. Oof, I'm so hungry that I'm just gonna dig right into one of these veggie burgers. Sorry, guys. You've seen me do this 1,000 times, but my nose is suddenly so itchy, and I don't know why on earth that is the case. Hi, Kyo JG. Everyone loves your earrings. I know. That's why I keep wearing them, because they're such a fan fave. People love them. Gary Blankenship is here. Good to see you. All right, pickles. I don't know if I have any mustard really left, unfortunately. Getting down to the bottom. Not yo girl, hello. All right, let's see if I can eke out some of this yellow mustard without it sounding totally terrible. That's just about it. These are dill pickles, you got it right, yes. Kenzie said hi. David wants me to eat. All right. Whew, cannot wait. Suddenly sometimes I feel like my hunger is non-existent and then it goes from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. All right, so, and I do not eat my burgers with buns. I just eat them plain. Let's see. I do not wear Crocs, Dan. I've never owned a pair of Crocs. Hi, Sophia Garcia. McGriddle. I don't know if I've ever had a McGriddle. Oh shoot, this is gonna be still so hot. Dang it. Right out of the oven, guys. But I want to eat so bad. Hi, Jeremy. Ooh. You're not missing out. It's overrated. David says my favorite food is pickles. Really? Hello, N. P51 Mustang. This is a vegan mushroom and quinoa burger that I'm eating. Stephen Mitchell, thank you. Also, hello. Hello, Roni. Thank you, Santino Haskins. I did have a good day. It was a solid Wednesday. You know, nothing special, a little mundane. It was just like work all day, but it was a good day. Ivava, hello. Thank you. Just a Dude is here. Hello, Just a Dude. Santino says, great to hear. Thank you, N. I normally wear black on here for cooking reasons, just so I don't get myself like, you know, covered in food and whatever, but I feel like wearing this shirt today. Your fave brunette. I do remember you, yes. You have a memorable username. Okay, Hannah and I don't have my Micah H name on in my name. All right. Oh, guys, my nose is just killing me. Don't know why. It just is. And just subscribed, thank you so much. And for those of you who are new here, sorry, I'm mad struggling. I go live 4 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Oh my gosh. Why? Like, why do you think it is that they would have you wearing white for fast food? I would think that's just like not a good idea because you're gonna be getting it so dirty. I get number 2. I go see what's in the fridge, says Persian boy. CUKSS is from Turkey, I think. Kevin Martinez is here. Hi, Kevin. Good week. Solid week. Just, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. Just like work, routine, but pleasant. Hi, Kai. Are you gonna post your wedding pictures? Honestly, I did not even take many photos from the wedding I went to a few weekends ago. Because they asked people, it's like, please refrain from taking photos and videos. They had professional photographers there. So it's like, it would have been tacky to take a lot of photos and videos. So I don't really have much to post. W for N says NC. Brian is here. Thank you, Brian. No, David, I have pretty bad allergies and spring is in full bloom here in Minnesota. Audio is weird, making cracking sounds. Interesting. Hi, I'm not going live tomorrow. I go live next on Friday. Sure, Shiza, I don't know how to say your username. Shizapildi, as long as it's respectful. How much time do you take to ensure that a vegan diet is well-rounded and nutritious? Well, I've been vegan for 13 years, so I am an expert at it at this point, Forrest Gibbs. I've had 13 years to figure it out. All right, I'm gonna eat the second veggie burger. Oh my goodness, guys. Whew. This is just such a nuisance. Sorry. I really want to become a chef just like you. Just start cooking for yourself. It's never been easier to learn anything in the history of humankind because we have YouTube and you can teach yourself to do anything. If you lived on a farm, would you consider going back to being omnivorous? Absolutely not. Nope. I am sticking to plants for the rest of my life. I love being vegan. I love just eating plant food. I've never felt better. And I see, like, I just wouldn't want to go back to being an omnivore. Why do you like being vegan? Because I eat whole foods that are plants. I don't eat a lot of processed stuff. There's no question of whether or not I'm getting enough of fruits and veggies in my diet, because that's pretty much what I eat, along with beans and whole grains. So it's honestly, I love it. And it's really worked well for me. Yes, I get blood work done and I am great. Hannah, did you buy these veggie burgers from Target? I bought them from a local grocery store, Persian Boy. Ivava, I don't think it was that difficult. So I'm half Ethiopian. I grew up eating my dad's cuisine. He's from Ethiopia. And Ethiopian food has tons of naturally vegan dishes, tons of lentils, tons of veggies, lots of high protein veggie dishes. So I was able to just continue eating a lot of the foods that I grew up eating, because my dad's culture is very like vegan and vegetarian friendly. Also, most ethnic cuisines have tons of vegan options. Chinese food, Indian food, Thai food, those are like my 3 faves. Outside of Ethiopian, Mediterranean food is amazing. Lots of olives, veggies, rice pilaf, lentils, falafel, hummus. Yeah, it's such a myth that you can't eat well on a vegan diet. And it's sad. I feel like it scares people away. They're like, oh my God, I won't be able to eat anything when I'm vegan. And it's like, that is so not true. Take it from me. Pickles, says David. Hi, Chris Stidman. Do you have health food stores around you? Yes. I mean, I have a million groceries. I live in Minneapolis, and there's like a million chain grocery stores and like independent, more like farmers market, co-op type of places. But yeah, I mean, I would say in Minneapolis, there's probably at least like 50 for me to choose from. Yes, I am vegan. Hi, Boo. Thank you, A. Marie. I appreciate it. Love Indian and Thai food, yes. Favorite food is avocado sushi. I love avocado sushi, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ola is here. I had a very fun time at the wedding. It was not my wedding, for those of you who don't know. I went to my childhood best friend's wedding it was in the Washington, D.C. area, technically Annapolis, Maryland. It was really fun. I know her whole family, so I had all these people I got to catch up with who I hadn't seen in a while, and it was just a fun little getaway for 5 days. And she says, that's so cool. Yeah, Parker. I feel like once you make the switch, it's like how no one in the universe would be like, oh yeah, I want to eat a dolphin. Because it's like, no, that's disgusting. Like, why would I want to eat a dolphin? But for me, that's how I feel also about eating chicken, fish, turkey, beef, pork. It's just like, I just don't have any, it's like not even an option in the universe for me to eat it. Jessica says my YouTube crashed and wouldn't reopen. QAMTA. I think it's been known in the public for a long time that like food quality in the United States is not good compared to other countries. I've heard that they're trying to like eliminate certain chemicals, food dyes, additives that are just totally toxic from the food supply. So any effort to do that and make our foods like less laden with chemicals and unnecessary add-ins, I am thrilled about. Thank you, Ola. Yeah, it was such a fun trip. I'm White713. Hello. Thank you, Brian. Ola, I'm eating a veggie burger with some pickles on it. No bun. I don't eat buns with my veggie burgers. I don't know Tony Montana, Brian. Hannah, what was the best meal you ever had in your life? That's so hard. I don't think I could pick just one. But I had a very delicious Indian meal during my graduation week from college at a really wonderful restaurant. So that's a highlight for me. Popcorn tonight. Yes, I am making popcorn. Actually, Rated Frog was asking me to make popcorn earlier. HNJ is asking how you enjoy life. How do I enjoy life? Doing lots of different things. I love burgers. I've seen folks use lettuce as buns. I've seen that too, as like a low-cal, low-carb option. Yeah, I'd be down to eat a burger with lettuce. Ever seen Scarface? No, I have not seen Scarface. I know it's a classic, but nope, not yet. If it has Al Pacino in it, I don't know, he just doesn't do it for me. Him and, who's the boxer who did Rocky? I forget his name. Those two actors I just have never liked. My breakfast is usually tofu scramble, HNJ. Sometimes QA, MTA. Oh, Tony Montana. Okay, then I wouldn't know. Thanks for letting me know, though. Ooh, sunglasses. You should rock the shades for a few seconds. I'm definitely not doing that. It's so dumb. Because it's evening where I'm at. I have no reason to be wearing. I mean, I'm wearing them on my head, but I'm not going to wear them in front of my eyes. I'm not worried about popcorn, Parker. It's totally fine. Randy Wolf says you got so sidetracked. It's kind of funny. Hi, DJ David. Good to see you again. I'm not living in the UK. Sylvester Stallone. Thank you, Rich. Yes. I've never liked him, and I've never liked Al Pacino. No. See, that's the thing. If it has Sylvester, there's just certain people, like I've seen them in a few things, and I just cannot stand them. It's like I don't like the way, I don't like their acting. I don't like the characters they play. Like the theme of the movies, I don't like. So yeah, Rocky never had any interest in those movies, or anything that he was in, and same for Al Pacino. DJ David, doing well. Cooking up several things. So I just finished some veggie burgers. I'm going to check on I'm boiling some water for the black rice ramen that I have right here. Yeah, still, I think it's like the way he speaks. I'm just like, I just don't, and also I think it's like the types of movies that he's in. Like, I don't want to watch like a sports star movie like that. No, that's not the type of movie I go for. I just ate Cheerios with bananas. Nice, Ola. Aish Official 05 is here. The iconic cherry earrings. Yes, Rebecca, I've got them in. I wear them on every single live. He was Rambo. Stallone has that dopey look. M. Wind is here. Rocky Rambo. Okay. Yo, Adrian. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again. Noor Farah Al-Shiki is here. Nope, I haven't seen Masters of the Universe. I don't really do like superhero stuff. I don't do like macho like sports hero movies. Like those just to me are like really hokey and not entertaining. But I do love action movies, Bishop Bullwinkle. My favorite action movies are the Terminator series, the Jason Bourne series, Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. Oceans 11, 12, however many, you know, numbers. And then there's a few other ones. I like the Matrix series. But yeah, any kind of action movie, I mean, I shouldn't say any kind. I think there's certain actors I don't like, but honestly, anything with Tom Cruise, I will watch. Who's another like action? I don't really like the Mad Max movies. I watched like the first two and I was like, not for me. There's a few other ones I'm missing. Jason Bourne, yes. Top Gun, I still have to see Top Gun. She loves the new Cinderella movie. I didn't even know there was a new Cinderella movie. Scarface is really graphic. I would pass, I think. Okay, yeah. I can handle gory stuff, but it's just, to me, it's like not, there's no point in watching it because it's like, there wasn't, I don't know. You've heard me rant about excessive gore. Black Rice Ramen, didn't even think there was, I know, top tier billionaire. I will show you what this looks like. So interesting, right? People were saying it looks like someone's hair, which is kind of icky. But yeah, this is what Black Rice Ramen looks like. It's very curious. Yeah, so that's what I'll be eating. One of my favorite Indian dishes are paneer tikka masala with paneer bread. Nice, Randy. Fun Ventura is asking, what movies do you like? So my favorite genre of movies is the tie between horror movies and action movies and high drama movies like Titanic, The Aviator. Like, think of like the Leo movies that he's like, The Revenant. Very like compelling and like, you know, you're just like, it's so dramatic. Atonement, Romeo and Juliet, The Shape of Water, Moonlight, like any, like those, it's those movies that get like all the Oscar nominations. Conclave with Ralph Fiennes was up for a bunch. The Bob Dylan one, A Complete Unknown with Timothy Chalamet. So those like, it's like with all the fancy actors and like the dramatic plot lines and like, you know, high stakes, and usually it's like characters pass away or they're dealing with some hardship. I love like Oscar bait drama movies where it's like the costumes are on point, the scenery is on point, the screenwriting is on point. Drama, and then like action, thriller, suspense, horror is like the other bucket. Jason Statham movies, I don't think I've ever seen any of his movies. Ola. Oh yeah, no, one of my rules is I do not do movies or shows like dealing with violent like crime and like drug stuff. I watched, oh my god, this was like a year ago now. I watched all of Sons of Anarchy, and I just remember like getting to the end of that show and I was like, I am so depressed after watching that. It was so violent, it was so sad, and it's just like low level human behavior, like just cheating, degrading of women, horrific killings. I cannot do that genre. I tried to watch Breaking Bad and it's like what bums me out the most, like why it makes me so depressed, is just knowing that there's so many people who are like wrapped up in illegal drug trafficking, or like, you know, say you have kids in a household where like mom and dad, or maybe just a single parent, is trying to hustle and make it work and they're getting wrapped up in all this stuff. Usually it does not end well for people in that realm of life. It's just very sad. And honestly, I will say this too, if you go to any major city in the United States, Minneapolis is certainly one of them, you will just see people out on the streets. Like, so many homeless people are mad struggling with drug addiction and need help. So anything that has, even if it's like a show or a movie, it's like, I know this is such a big problem in real life. I do not want to watch a show, like a fictional version of what's already going on the streets, and I see it every day, and it's like so Oh, it's just so sad. So that's like a big no-no for me. Like, I just don't do any kind of like drug, crime, murder stuff when it comes to TV and movies. All right. The Titanic sank to get money, and it was the Olympianic that sank, not the Titanic itself. I don't think that's true, Brian. Hi, N. Hi, Amelia Forever. I have not seen The English Patient. No, that's a big one on my to-watch list. I have seen, I like the Divergent books and the movies, Robert Arnson. Interesting. Titanic was owned by JP Morgan. It's a big conspiracy. Really? Oh my God. That's sad. Oh, I missed a lot of comments. I'm so sorry. Sopranos was too slow. Don't do the Sopranos. Yes, horror fan. I've never seen John Wick. I don't know The Wire. Deadwood I know, but haven't seen it. All the Oceans. Shoot, I missed a lot of people's comments. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Which actresses do I like? That was Parker's question. I love Kate Blanchett. I love Frances McDormand. I love Helena Bonham Carter. I love Jenna Ortega. She's crazy talented. I love Millie Bobby Brown. I love Meryl Streep, of course, everyone's fave. I love Emma Thompson. Basically any of the female actresses who were in, I realized I just said female actresses when I could have just said actresses. Any of the actresses who were in the Harry Potter franchise. So I think her name is Alice Waters. She played the Weasley mom, Molly Weasley. Helena Bonham Carter as what's her face, crazy lady, Bellatrix. The woman, I don't know her name, but whoever played Dolores Umbridge, she's been in like Downton Abbey. She's popped up in other stuff that I watch. She is amazing. All right, I will say probably my all-time favorite actress is Maggie Smith, who sadly passed away this past year. Yeah, she's amazing. Oh, and Rebecca Ferguson too. She's in a lot of stuff. She's one of my all-time faves. All right, I'm gonna skip down. Sorry, guys. You would like Night Agent series on Netflix, says Ola. Iconic cherry earrings. Yes, Matrix is amazing. Nikita on Tubi. I feel like I saw Nikita. Mama says Ian Madgun Mangum. Mad Max, not big on Mad Max. Spy CIA thrillers, yes, I do love those. Apparently there's a new Cinderella movie in theaters. This is news to me. Sopranos was not very coherent. I'm watching Covert Affairs on Peacock. All right, my water over here is boiling, so I am gonna toss in, before I yap too much, I'm gonna toss in my amazing black rice ramen noodles. Should be fun. I mean, I know it's fun because I made them last night. All right, so in they go. No. Okay. And now I gotta just give them a little stir. Hugh Glass was real but never got his revenge, actually. There's a quote from that movie, Indian Land Diamond Mining, with Leo, and he says, revenge is in God's hands. And I think that is such a great way to live your life, where it's like you got wronged by someone and you're like wishing for revenge, but it's like you can't go through your life just wanting revenge, because honestly that you're like wasting your time. So it's like, yeah, it's up to fate to deliver revenge. Amelia Forever Saw You. Daniel Mago says Halloween. Shavi Simcha, I'm making some dinner for myself tonight. Welcome, welcome. Oops. Come on, noodles. All right, so timer, 6 minutes. Oh my Lord, you guys, I'm so sorry for constantly itching my nose. Ooh, I was out in the pollen today and I'm really feeling it. I felt drained after Sons of Anarchy. Gosh, it was like the icky pit feeling in your stomach of like, I really wish I hadn't watched that. That was so violent, so like nasty and just degrading and gross. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good on that genre. I'm not really gonna watch anything else like Sons of Anarchy. Please, Hannah, can you put on your sunglasses? Jeremy says Black Mirror is best. I have watched some Black Mirror. Merry Christmas, OG Santa. Love the user profile. 100 likes soon. Amazing. Love to see it. Harry Potter has so much potential for parody. I'm surprised no movies exist yet. True. Love Harry Potter. Hamza Maskar, thank you. Michael Gray. Yeah, you betcha. Says Rob Faye, how is life down in Arizona? Robert Arnson says, nice, they are great. New Catalina Crunch, yes, good eye, Rebecca. I'll show you. I was showing this on Monday. This is another Catalina Crunch that I really, really love. It's the blueberry muffin version with actual dried blueberries. So I love this one, and then I have the chocolate and peanut butter one as well. Ramen is cooking away. I feel you on that, Miss Hannah, says Ola. Just a Dude says, my cousin, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just seeing your comment about your cousin, Just a Dude. Man, that is horrible. Kieran Rai, hello, NICU. Fatu DMS. It's a conspiracy theory on YouTube, or theorist on YouTube talking about Titanic. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always, like, I try to keep an open mind, but some things you're just like, okay, this is getting a little, like, tinfoil cap crazy. So, I don't know. I'll give it a look. Hamza, how are you? I'm doing well. I've never seen that. Now You See Me, Now You Don't with Woody Harrelson. I love Woody Harrelson though, Brian. Can't wait till Columbiana 2. I have not seen the first one, Ola. Tony is here. I liked Inception. It wasn't like my favorite, but I thought it was very, like, the whole like mind trickery is like, is this real? Is this all in his head? So those aren't my favorite movies where you're constantly having to guess, like, okay, is this all just a dream? Or is it kind of like Shutter Island? That I remember going to the theater with my family and my mom called it like 15 minutes and she's like, oh, this is all just gonna be in his head and he's having like a psychotic break or something. And sure enough, I wanted it to not be what my mom said. And then sure enough, that's how it ended. It was like a psychological, like, oh, he's just been going crazy. And that to me is like a little less creative, I guess. It's like, it's an easy solution or an easy cop-out, as my mom says, for a film. Black Mirror is the best. Black Mirror, I feel like Black Mirror is like a series of episodes where it's just these very weird, futuristic, scary thriller scenarios, at least the ones I've seen. The Joy Luck Club, I've heard of that, David. Do you have one mob movie that you watched and liked? No, I think I've not liked any of them, NC. I feel like in that genre, it's not necessarily like mob, but I've seen The Godfather. I've seen, what's another like mob movie? It's like mob adjacent, like Fight Club. Didn't like Fight Club. I don't know. It's just, it puts me off so much. Not a fan. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. No, but sounds very dramatic. Just a Dude. Hi, Ergo Video Oasis. Hi, Danny Makeup. Larry Middleton is back. Good to see you, Larry. Thank you, Danny Makeup. I love these earrings too. Home Alone 1 and 2 are classics. Harshit Rana 1, 2, 3. Hello. I like Christmas Office Party with Jason Bateman. Ashley, how are you doing? How are the triplets? Hope you're doing well. All right, I'm gonna give this a stir. Is that like breakfast food, the crunch stuff? Yes. So it's a cereal. It's a cereal that is very high in protein and has very little or no sugar, depending on the type that you buy. It's called Catalina Crunch. Also, I'm giving my ramen noodles a stir. This is what they look like, very steamy. Movies that glorify humankind's lowest animalistic behavior, no thanks. Exactly, Parker. That is exactly, it's like seeing people at their very worst, where it's like they're robbing, they're killing, they are abusing, they are using drugs, they're harming other people, they're cheating on their spouses. I'm like, none of this, like, there is so much of this already in the world. I do not want to see more of it on my TV screen, okay? It's just, it's so depressing. Ugh. Because I feel like you walk away from watching those types of movies and shows, and it just kind of makes you feel like, man, like, is most of the world like this? It makes you think lesser of humanity, because you're like, well, I know it exists, and it's just kind of a bummer. Vegan cereal, Jeremy, yes. DG Sports says, hi, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm making some ramen noodles that I'm about to drain out in my sink. I gotta grab my strainer. And then I actually gotta think of which, oh, I didn't do this in the right order. I'm gonna quickly drain my cordyceps that I have not forgotten about into my sink. All right, so set that in there. And then use this cordyceps bowl, yay, for the ramen. Yeah, I'm not doing this in the right order at all, but oh well. All right, is that breakfast food? Yes. Phantom is here. Hi, Paul Wilton. Happy Life is saying hello to Rich. Sounds like the news. I'm not French or Italian, least ignored. Persian Boy says, Hannah, introduce 3 of the best movies or series you have seen. Ooh, that's an easy one for me. I can say my favorite movie of all time is Gladiator with Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix. Hard to say what my number 2 favorite movie is. I really love The Sound of Music. That's an oldie with Julie Andrews. And then in terms of favorite TV shows, number 1 favorite show of all time is Game of Thrones, because I love the books. And then number 2 is Downton Abbey. Number 3 is, it's like a toss-up between Reign, Mary Queen of Scots era, The Borgias, and The White Queen is another one. Yeah, number 3 is a tough one to call. So here's the cordyceps all rehydrated and ready to go. And now I'm gonna strain my ramen in this. Yeah, I'm glad I did not start on those potatoes, because I sometimes can get a little too ambitious in the kitchen. Ouch. All right. I love Pan's Labyrinth. Yes, Ola. Very like spooky, but I don't know, it's not entirely horror. It's kind of like sweet in a way. So ramen is done. Gavin JR 45. I wish we had vegan cereal in Portugal. I didn't realize you were in Portugal, Jeremy. I do not like animated movies, just a dude. For me, those are very much tied to childhood. So I just, as an adult, I prefer to watch real humans on screen delivering lines, like in costume, real settings. I just don't like animated films. I am not going to watch the Timberwolves game tonight. I'm hoping that they win, Mr. Hugo, but I actually don't like basketball. Hannah, you might need to make a double portion of that. I loved 300. Yes, I mean, it just was like so high action, and it's obviously it's like really funny because all of the dudes in that are so jacked. But I do love the story of Sparta and that battle that took place. And I like Gerard Butler. There's a ton of other actors and actresses that are in that movie, like Queen Cersei from Game of Thrones is Leonidas's, I think that's the main dude, right? The Spartan guy, Gerard Butler. But yeah, Queen Cersei is in there. Michael Fassbender is in there. There's several other people I knew. So yeah, 300 is amazing. Love it. So ramen is done. I'm gonna sprinkle this with some olive oil. See what I mean though? Like it looks dark in the package, but it actually turns out more of a purple color. You should try black purple rice and see, this is exactly what I'm eating. I knew it, Hannah likes the Sound of Music movie. It's great. I live in the Azores. Mail takes like 2 months. Yeah, I can understand that. It's a very beautiful area though, Jeremy. The dude with the hand, yes, this guy from Pan's Labyrinth with like it's like one eye on each and he goes like this. I think it's really cool. I like, is it Guillermo del Toro who directed that? Guillermo del Toro? Maybe, maybe not. I forget. But yeah, I do like Pan's Labyrinth. I had to watch it in school, actually. I had to watch it in Spanish class. Fifth Element had real somethings. Hannah, looks like more great food. Thank you, Too Evil to Hope. I'm making some, well, I did make some black rice ramen noodles. They're all done. And because I love The Last of Us, not the video game, I've never played it, but the TV show, I have some actual cordyceps mushrooms that I am going to be sauteing on my stovetop, and then I'll put them into the ramen noodles. Hola, I liked both 300 movies. This is Sparta. Yeah, so fun. Love it. The Humpback was crazy. Ooh, I remember. Yeah. Yeah, Hola, the Humpback dude. Last Samurai. I don't think I've seen that one. That's Tom Cruise, right? Yes, Ashley, those movies rock. LOL, David, I get excited over movies. Me too. Honestly, I would read, it's not even printed anymore. It's called Entertainment Weekly. It's 100% online entertainment magazine. They would go through movies, TV shows, video games, theater, like the theater circuit, what was on Broadway, and video games too. They would cover like new video games that came out. And I would read that religiously in middle school and high school. So I feel like that was my foundation for knowing who's who, you know, what, like, who are the big actors and actresses, who are the big theater guns, franchises. Cassidy is here. Happy Wednesday, Cassidy. Hope you're well. Thank you, Craig Jones. The Last of Us TV show is not for everyone. It's very stressful, very scary, but I do love it. I absolutely love The Last of Us. I like in the movie when the people didn't like them and they got pushed into the pit. Ooh, yeah, brutal. You're a chef for real, says Ola. Casting, it's been a while. I remember Entertainment Weekly. Yeah, I remember getting the notice from Entertainment Weekly that they were gonna be stopping their print magazine and only publishing online. And I remember thinking like, it's just not the same. Like I loved getting the new issue of Entertainment Weekly and then just like sitting as a kid and just reading through all of it. It was so fun. All right, so before I forget, I'm gonna just put a little bit of olive oil because ramen tends to stick together. So hopefully this will help, but if it sticks together, it's not the end of the world. Cassidy is saying, hi, Rich. Yes, it has. So glad to be here after work. Yeah, Cassidy, how was work? Were you, I remember you said at your workplace, there's different shifts, like the morning shift, the regular shift, and then evening, or maybe there's an overnight one too. Sounds like you were doing the shift where you would end at like 7 p.m. or something. Yes, Ross Boss. And Jiroge David does not like horror. Plenty of people don't. Understandable. It is not the easiest to watch. And also, like, I was visiting a friend of mine when I was out in Washington, D.C. a couple weekends ago, and I just mentioned, I brought up The Last of Us, and he's like, oh my God, you watched that show? And I was like, yeah, like it's a great show. I mean, yeah, it's scary, but I love the show. And he's like, oh my God, I could never watch that. I would get nightmares. And I don't get nightmares. I don't. I can watch really scary stuff and it does not translate into dreams. So if I was having like bad nightmares after watching stuff, then I'd probably say no to horror movies. But I enjoy them and they don't negatively affect my life. All right, just a little spillage. So I now I'm gonna go put these in a saucepan and saute these lovely little cordyceps mushrooms. So fun. I have to say, they do taste good. Do they still do magazines? Not Entertainment Weekly. I miss Redbox getting promo codes. Yep. Oh my goodness. The beauty of being a millennial is we still, growing up, like we got to experience how old technology used to be. Like we weren't born straight into like iPads, iPhones, AirPods, like all the smart tech like kids are now. I remember growing up and like as a kid, like our Friday night tradition as a family, we would go to Blockbuster Video or we'd go to Hollywood Movies or any of the other VHS and DVD stores. And I remember walking through the aisles and like it was kind of like going to any shop where it's like, as a kid, you're like, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. And then I would bring the stack of movies to my parents and I was like, I want to watch all these movies. And they're like, all right, you get 2 rentals. You don't get to take 10. You have to pick just 2. So I remember the whole it's like you had to wind your VHS tape at the end. So it's like be kind to the next customer and wind the VHS back to the beginning for the next person. I remember just going to the movie store was so fun. I loved picking out movies, walking through the aisles, looking at the cover like design of the boxes for the movie, seeing the actors' faces. I was like, ooh, who's that? Like, what's this movie about? And then also like when you would check out your movies, there was all the candy, of course, at the checkout area. So it's like, oh, I want Bunch of Crunch. Oh my God, I want Rolos. Oh my God, I want Skittles. Like, it was the ultimate like just movie store experience. And of course now those have died. So I'm very glad that I am old enough where I still got to have the movie store experience. And I remember bumping into like classmates of mine like in college in high school and middle school, where it was like Friday night after school at the video store with my parents. And I remember like bumping into a classmate of mine who I played soccer with in high school, and it's like, oh, that's cool, like she's here with her family and friends too. So very, very glad, because it's just those don't exist anymore. Blockbuster and pizza, yep. Thank you, David Macron. Parker says boomer here, nice. I mean, my parents are boomers, so no hate. My favorite horror movie is Creep. Creep is so good. Oh my goodness, Jeremy and everybody. Like, Creep is it's like a less violent, it's not a slasher movie, but it's more psychological, where you're like, something is definitely off with this dude, hence the name Creep. Highly recommend people watch it. The acting, whoever that actor is, I don't know who he is. I've never seen him in anything else, but he does such a good job of playing this like friendly but like slightly off dude, where you're like, yeah, this guy's a psycho, like we should like peace out. RJ is here. All right, I like the Last of Us games, but the show doesn't do it for me. Ooh, interesting. I would love to hear why, just to do. So I did not play, as I mentioned before, I'm not a gamer. I really didn't play many video games growing up. So I've never played the video game. I'm curious to know, since you have played the games, why you don't like the show. Like, what is it specifically that you don't like about the show? I was just gonna ask you, do you dream about some of the things you watch? No, honestly, hola. I was describing the dreams that I do have are like, it's like my own mind is trolling me. It's like, I described it once to my sister. It's like Sir Mix-a-Lot on like steroids. Cause it's like the most random people from it could be like my kindergarten seatmate with my college dean, and then my parents' dog, and my Sunday school teacher. And we're all going shopping at the mall, and then we run into Mr. Beast and we go and get chili cheese fries. Like, though, that is literally like how my dreams are. They're the most wacky but kind of funny dreams. Like, the most random. It's like so I'm 31 years old. It's like, take all the people I've ever known in 31 years, all the places I've ever been in 31 years, the schools, the places I've traveled to, the foods I've eaten, and then just random significant events. It's like they all just get like put into a blender, and then like just a little bit of them, there's like a little portion that is one of my dreams. It's so funny. So it's kind of like I'll wake up and I'm like, what was that? But it's never bad. Hannah, do you remember Blockbuster? Yes, Ashley. If I go to sleep watching action movies, sometimes I have dreams of saving the world. I like that. Blockbuster win from Rich. Jeremy, I am watching Vikings. I could not do Vikings. That is personally not my preferred historical era. It's a bit too like violent, and it's like so uncivilized, where it's just like, we are going to sail and we are going to pillage and fight with sticks and fight with metal objects. And I'm like, I need a little bit more than this in a show. It personally is not for me. Be Kind, Rewind. Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, I've been to Chuck E. Cheese, I think a couple times, for sure once. I don't even know, does Chuck E. Cheese exist anymore? Be Kind, Rewind, Blast from the Past. Yeah, crazy. It's so interesting to think that that was like the cutting edge technology. Once you get done with your VHS tape, be kind and rewind it for the next customer. Redbox was, where was I? Redbox was awesome besides the late fees. I know, I remember being like stressed out about the late fees, Jeremy. One Top is asking, what's your ethnicity? I am half Euro mix, half white and half Ethiopian. Rolo was great. Animal Realistic Stories here. Hi, Rakesh Kumar. Gosh, it's been a while since I saw you. I wish I got to do drive-in movie. Ooh, I did that. I remember doing drive-in movies in middle school, so it's really sad. I think they've all shut down now, but I remember there was one, like, I think right across the border, driving east to Wisconsin. I went to that one like one time in middle school, and I believe one time in high school, and it was so much fun. I remember thinking, I was like, wait, this is the best way to watch movies. You get to be comfy in your car, you get to bring your own snacks, you can run around outside and just kind of like goof off with your friends if you want. It was such a fun, like, crowd viewing of a movie, but you also just got to roll in with your own stuff. And I want like the Gen Zs to bring it back, because I feel like Gen Z has been into like reviving Polaroid photos and bell-bottom jeans and like just kind of like throwback stuff. So I feel like they could have a second, what is it? Like a revival, drive-in theaters. Cassidy says, my company does 3 shifts, third shifts start the week Sunday nights. Whew, at 9 p.m. until 5. Your second shift, okay, which is, ooh, 1 p.m. till 9 p.m.? Oh my gosh, Cassidy. Oh, that's brutal. I mean, the nice part about doing a 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. shift is you get to sleep in. You don't have to wake up super early, but then I feel like sitting in an office, at an office desk and working until 9 p.m. I think I've only done that like maybe like 3 times in my life, where there was like some crazy deadline and it was like, okay, this is temporary, guys, this sucks, but this is like a once in a lifetime or once in a year situation. But man, 9 p.m., that's tough. Thank you, David. Yes, the iconic cherry earrings. Hi, let's see, Pomeranich. I hope I said that right. Pomeranich Bentley. Hello. Hannah, do you still have a drive-in movie theater? I think they've closed in Minnesota, the ones that are close to Minneapolis, sadly. Ola says, my cousin has this big inflatable projection screen. Ooh, yes, that is so good. I love that. All right, Pomeranich is from Russia, Khabarovsk. Very cool. I want to play Super Mario Kart on a projection screen. LOL, I troll myself. Yes, I do troll myself with my own dreams. Not on purpose, but whatever's going on in like the subconscious part of your mind that makes the dreams, I would love to know what's going on. Big Short Baddie is here. Brian C is here. Hello, Brian. I'm getting caught up on the comments. I see Kirby rolled in here. Hello, sorry, I've been yapping. Villain Killing Dylan, I'm here. Yes, I was on early tonight. I realize, yeah, it's now, I'm now like an hour and a half in. Jeez, it goes so fast. I did play the video game Star Wars, says Ashley. Oh, okay, I had a dream like that. Random folks from different time periods, yeah. It's like whatever goes into making dreams in my mind, my whole entire life and everything that I've done and any person I've ever interacted with and could like vaguely remember is fair game for my dreams. Any person, any place, anything, any whatever. It's all equally likely that it will show up in my dreams. Slightly about England and also Ethiopia, says Mickey. Yes, Vikings were pros, says AP1234. Yeah, she ran into Mr. Feast. Hello, Kirby. Oh, Kirby. I was so sad when I read your post about I think Little Man, you called him, your adorable little cow. That didn't make it. He was so cute, so sweet. Some people don't remember their dreams. That's crazy to me. I've always wondered why that is. Some people can remember and some people can't. Also, we're at 100 likes, guys. Thank you very much. Chuck E. Cheese is still around. That's what I thought. Vikings used to, yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was not just the Vikings. The olden times were absolutely horrific for women all over the world. So I'm infinitely grateful I am a woman that was born in 1993 and not in the year like 800 AD, because it was not good for women at all. Movie chat, Love Awakenings with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro. I never saw that one. There's still a Blockbuster open in Oregon. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right, I am just grabbing, I'm gonna grab a saute pan, just like this. And I'm gonna saute the lovely cordyceps mushrooms that I've got. Sorry to abandon you. And also it's unfortunate because this ramen is getting a little cold, but hopefully the olive oil is gonna help with not stickiness. LOL Blockbuster, there's a Chuck E. Cheese in Southern California. Really, y'all had them, wow. San Jose, California still does drive-in movies, nice. Queen G VR is here. Hello, Queen G. Love the username. Elizadli Villanueva. Urban Air and Sky Zone took over for places to take the kids, and it's suitable for adults. I went to a, well, was it Sky Zone? No, it was, boy, if I said it, I'm sure some people would remember. It was so fun. I had a pogo stick. I didn't, but friends of mine did have pogo sticks, and I loved using pogo sticks, or just playing with pogo sticks. There are still drive-ins. Superman Love is here. Hello, my friend made sweet potato lentil chowder for me to try. Oh my, it was so delicious. I ate it this morning and lunch. How healthy of you, wow. Still Me says, yay, 100 likes. Yes, thank you so much, guys. Mia is here. We have Ashley saying, Hannah, I have one drive-in movie theater still open near me. Roberta Pearson, I did a 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that, Ola. Working until 11 a.m., I mean, that is just like soul crushing. Ola says, welcome from Russia. Moses Blossom is here. Mudassir Habib is here. Kenston Perez. Thank you, Kumar. Yes, the earrings do jingle. Hopefully you can hear that, Zach. Hi, Trevor. Blockbuster's still around. Wow. Yes. No kids. Been watching for half an hour and you still haven't given me a reason to look away. Well, that's good, I guess. Just Jonah is here. Hi, Maria. Good to see you. So I ate a couple of mushroom veggie burgers. I'm pretty sure you've seen me eat them before. I keep a lot of them on hand because they're like a super easy, fast, and healthy meal for when I'm in a rush. So I made 2 of these mushroom quinoa veggie burgers. Already ate them. And now I made some black rice ramen. Yes, I know it's purple looking even though it's black rice. That's just the way it cooks. And then I'm about to start sauteing some lovely cordyceps mushrooms in honor of The Last of Us, because the season finale is not this weekend, but it's the weekend of Memorial Day. I believe it's Sunday, May 25th is the finale. All right, in they go. Yum, yum, yum. I think I'm gonna put some hoisin sauce on this as well. So I love this stuff. It's just like a nice flavorful Asian sauce. And I'm gonna put it in the noodles while the cordyceps are roasting. Also a little bit of tamari too, just for some more like Asian dish flavor. Star-Lord is here. Some salt. All right. So I've got the cordyceps sizzling away. Who is here? Kai is here again. Mia says yum. Let's see, Salam Noe, my beauty Mickey is saying, thanks Jeff A. Lewis, doing well, making some cordyceps in honor of The Last of Us. I do love the show. Hi, Mia. Hi, Robert Weaver. Oh my gosh, this is such a funny username. Michael Jackson, hee said hi. No, Mia, I am not Canadian. I am Minnesotan, so I'm very, very close to Canada. We share a border with Canada. And honestly, when you cross the border, like driving up north into Canada, it looks the same. They talk the same. Like I think I would have a hard time just if I were to have a very brief conversation with like a random Canadian and a random US citizen, or I should say a Minnesota resident, because our accents are pretty similar to Canada. I don't think I could tell the difference. Thank you, John Jacob. Thanks, Star Lord. Under drive, I am sauteing some cordyceps mushrooms. I'm gonna put them back on my stove top and mix the hoisin sauce and the tamari into these noodles. So tasty. I also have a ginger. I might put some of this in here too. It's a stir fry sauce. This isn't technically a stir fry, but I do love the flavor of ginger and garlic. So I think I'll do that. I wish you put your phone close to the stove so we can watch you. I know. I've thought about how to like modify my stream. I'm sure you guys have seen some streamers actually have like 2 cameras showing, like one is their face and then one is like a different angle. At least I've seen that. So I would like to have a second camera that I hook up to my streaming so that I could show you like a live shot of what's going. Actually, yeah. I need to figure out how to do that. I'll write that down. Also, I need to put another trivia question in here. What questions do you have? What should I ask? Add a second camera. That's such a good suggestion, because it bothers me that I do have to like step off screen, and I don't want to keep having to like yank my phone and like transport it back and forth. Ola says I'm making them hungry. Ernest with the eyes and the smile and the waves. Madeline Rose Davis, hello. Okay, I saw that one. Sizzle sizzle. Clicker for dinner. Yes. I have not turned into a clicker, although I think isn't the first stage of infection like runner? I think it's runner, clicker. Is it bloater after that? And then Rat King? Thanks, Mia. Speaking of cordyceps, are you caught up? No, Ernest. So don't tell me what happened on Sunday night. I routinely watch the newest episode on Thursday nights with my mom and my sister. So I'm going over to my parents' house tomorrow night, and we'll be watching the episode that dropped this past weekend. So don't give me any spoilers. Do you take counting your steps daily seriously? No, I don't do that, Mia. So I'm a runner. So instead of counting steps, I just count miles. Wow, that looks so yummy and amazing. Joshua Beckett. Yes, the 51st state of the United States, which is Canada. I would not want Canada as a 51st state. It's like, let them do their thing. We're good. I just think it's just so goofy. Yeah, it's really the same, says Brian, about Canada. Me too, Ola. Never happened, Joshua. Yeah, definitely not. No, I mean, there's goofy stuff, okay? Goofy stuff in politics. Are those worms? I'm sure some people would think they're worms. They are not. They're mushrooms, Aqua Pluto. I ate dinner super early, so I snacked on Cheerios, says Ola. Yes, Mickey, I have been to England twice. I went in April of 2017 and April of 2019 basically on 2 separate trips with different friends of mine from college. Loved it. I thought Canada was a myth, says David. Oh man. Let's see. What's that, chocolate noodles? No, this is black rice ramen noodles. I'm hungry again watching Hannah cook, says Ola. Superman Love says okay. Should I play Resident Evil or watch The Wire tonight? I'm curious to know more about The Wire. But my vote would always be scary, so probably Resident Evil. But The Wire, I'm sure I got ads for it, I'm just not remembering. I'm not remembering exactly. Roasty toasty cordyceps. Trivia question, I guess, places you would like to go on vacation. Put on a body camera helmet camp, says Brian. Funny. AMZ Miz is from Morocco. I've been to Morocco. I love Morocco. It's beautiful. Do you like Goose Swain and play the Rizzler prompt? I don't know what? Goose Wayne and play the Rizzler prompt. Okay. Alice is here. Favorite dream car. Runner, then, oh, stalker. I forgot about the stalkers. Okay, runner, stalker, clicker, bloater. Cool. Oh, you do your marathon yet? I am not doing a marathon this year. I'm doing a 5K in a month. And then I missed being on the marathon training cycle this year. It did not make sense with my schedule this spring and winter. It's like I had the wedding trip. I did not want to be training over that long weekend. And I just wanted to go all in on YouTube, and I could not be burning myself 3 ways, 9-to-5 job, YouTube, and marathon training. It's just, one of them had to go, so I decided I will sit out the marathon training cycle this year, but I definitely want to get into it next year. Rat King is a unique mutation. Yeah, ooh, I was very curious to see what exactly was a Rat King in the game, and so I went on YouTube and I found some user who filmed themselves playing against the Rat King, and I was like, that is disgusting. Ick. I think the grossest thing about the Rat King, at least what I saw in the video game, was one of the infected who made up the Rat King, like, splits off from, like, it is like pulling itself away and like splits itself off of the big old Rat King blob. And then I think it's Abby who's fighting it in this scene that I saw of the video game, where she's like having to fight the Rat King, and then there's this other, I don't know if it would have been a clicker or a stalker, but whatever one of them like ran off. I was like, oh great, now you have to fight not only this big monster Rat King, but now there's this other single one that broke off and is like running and lurking in the shadows. Like, truly the stuff of nightmares. So gross. I do love Cybertrucks. David. Jesse James burnt his chili. Sorry to hear that. By the way, did you get a chance to write your book after the live on Monday? Yes, Maria. It was like eating away at my conscience. Like, I need to bite the bullet and stop delaying and just be consistent. That's what every great author says. It's like, if you're not making time, if you are not committing time to write every day, you're not taking it seriously. Like, you're not a serious writer. And I was like, oof, that's pretty brutal, but it's true. Like, there's no amount of writing advice that you can take that has any meaning if you're not even carving out consistent time to write. So yes, Maria, I wrote on Monday night. I'm planning on writing every single day, even if it's just for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I will be writing tonight. So what is it, 9:13 p.m.? I'm actually thinking of hopping off here maybe in like 20 minutes. We'll see. All right, so these are looking nice and sauteed. I might saute them for a little bit more, but they're looking crispier than they were initially. But yes, I'm gonna be serious about writing. Like, you guys need to hold me accountable. Like, Hannah, have you written today? The king of Nissans. I am a United States citizen. Stir it up, eat it, no wasting food, right? I know. Having to throw out food these days is so painful. Peanut butter and jelly helps. Melissa, you have snacks. Jesse James, brave of you to go for the YouTube career. I'm in the trenches of Ukraine, but still not brave to show my face online. Fair enough. You know the actor Keanu Reeves, you know his ethnicity. I'm not a big fan of Keanu, I have to say. I don't like the stuff that he's in, so I don't know anything about him. Thank you, Kai. Miss Hannah, you have to do Met Gala next year. Oh, thank you, Rich. I just got a notification of a super thanks from you. Thank you very much. It was a clicker. Ugh, yuck. How much will you charge us for your cookbook? It's not a cookbook. It's actually a novel based on a true story. I don't really want to write a new cookbook. I feel like the world is so maxed out on cookbooks. Like if you go on Amazon, there's like thousands of cookbooks. Even if you filter for vegan cookbooks, there are hundreds upon hundreds of vegan cookbooks. And it's like, does the world really need one more vegan cookbook? And nothing, I can't think of any way that it would be like a unique spin on cookbooks. Plus everything is going digital anyways. I actually prefer to get most of my recipes from online resources, not from cookbooks, because they're just so stagnant. Like once it's printed, you can't change it. So yeah, not really thinking about writing a cookbook. Ernest says, I remember that conversation and I told you that rat kings are real. Yep, oh my God, me too. Because I remember pulling open a second tab on my browser and looking up on YouTube videos of rat kings in real life. And I was like, that is from the, whatever the worst ring of hell is from Dante's Inferno. Disgusting, creepy, I don't understand. So nasty. Melissa Luckina, hello. Grilled PB&J rock, 7-foot rat you have to fight. Yeah, no thanks. Ugh, yuck. Ferrari 95. Ola says, crispy. Brayson, what do you have? I have some black rice noodles right here. And I'm gonna go grab my cordyceps, my lovely crispy cordyceps. I'm just lightly sauteing them in some olive oil, but they're honestly probably fine. They're like additional noodles. Ouch, just burned myself. Additional noodles that you can throw on top of ramen. So I think they're fun. I didn't really salt these though, so I'm gonna look for my salt. Yeah, here it is. Salt. And then just season these a little bit. Maybe put some of the marinade on here. Salt, salt, salt. Didn't really salt this either, although there is a little tamari in it. D. Klein, doing well, eating some cordyceps mushrooms. Kirby said hi. Scott Whitebird is here. Hello, Scott. All right, so I'm gonna put some of this in the saute pan real quick. Yeah, this looks fine. I haven't used it in a while, but it lasts forever. Just wanna make sure. All right. Stir this together. All-time favorite sitcom. I actually hate sitcoms, so that would not be a good one for me. Thanks though, Maria. Fun Ventura is stepping out before I say something that gets us both in trouble. Okay, fair enough. See you later, Fun Ventura. I'll be going live on Friday night, next live stream for me. What's up, Hannah? Peace up. Hi, King Hazy, only Haze. Doing well, about to have some mushroom ramen featuring cordyceps. Hope everyone is doing well. That was Scott Whitebird. All right, so there they go. Oops, dripped a little bit. And then, I mean, you could put a million things on here, but yeah, I put it right on top of the noodles. And I have some sesame seeds I can also make, but put on top of here. I just ordered these from Amazon, regular sesame seeds for a little bit of flavor. I have a feeling this might be a little light on the seasoning because I didn't put much on the ramen noodles, but we will see. So there you go. Final product. I think the colors are really cool on this, if anything. All right, trivia question. Shoot, someone had one earlier. Not sitcom, but it was something else. I'm thinking. Looks amazing. Thank you, Brian. Yum. Now the ramen is pretty light on seasoning, so I might add a little bit more of this curry. And I really do like cordyceps. They're like mushroom noodles, like mushroom spaghetti. Obviously they get a bad rap because of the video game on the show, but super tasty. All right, trivia question. Oh, it was where I want to travel on my next vacation. I think most of you could get this right. Think back. This is a recycled question. So, or you know what I could do? Ancient. I remember one I was really proud of. I'll do this, and then I'll get caught up on the comments in just a second. Instead of that one, here's what I'm gonna say for my second poll. Guess which ancient structure I most want to visit. Is it the pyramids at Giza? Is it the Great Wall of China? Is it Machu Picchu? How do you spell this? Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. Wow, I wasn't even close. Machu Picchu. Or is it the Roman Colosseum? I think I spelled that wrong too. Boom! Second trivia question. Guess away. All right, Timothy Davis, hello. Best seasonings, Montreal seasonings. Okay. I think this would use some more of this garlic ginger stir fry sauce. There's just some like crusted old, sorry, that sounds gross, but I've had this jar for a while. I just don't want residue at the top of it to get in. All right, there we go. Great Wall of China is in the lead with 44%. I think I'm gonna do it tonight, says Ola. Ricardo from Brazil, Rat Kings are cute. Ooh. I mean, I will say this, like the real life Rat Kings, not the video game The Last of Us Rat King, they're weird, but they kind of creep me out. I don't understand the tail, like why they link tails. That's a little sus. Maria, mine was Duckman. Ja, mein Hase ist Name. Das sind Nudeln mit Cordyceps. I don't know how to say that in German. Ich will dich auch mal nudeln. I did read Dante. Nice. Dante's Inferno. Best seasonings. Okay, saw that one from Superman Love. Ayo, do you like The Matrix or not? Yes, I love The Matrix. I love The Matrix as an analogy for real life, where it's like, escape the Matrix, do your own thing, like, yeah, break out of it. It's a great movie. Thanks, Superman Love, looks delicious. Crazy Pilot, I used tamari. which is an Asian, like a gluten-free, it's similar to soy sauce, but it's not soy sauce. Totally. Thank you, T-Lou, lover for life. I wear the earrings for the viewers because you guys love them so much. Hello, Jojo. Good to see you. Crazy Pilot is guessing Roman Colosseum, Ethiopia. Mickey says bye. Pyramids. I've not been to Mexico ever in my life, Brian. I'm looking to go to Mexico next summer because the men's FIFA World Cup will have some of the games down there in Mexico. Okay, now I gotta go to the kitchen. Just seeing you eat with the yum yum face got me up out of bed. I love that. That's funny. I feel like such an influencer hearing you say that, Ola. Brian, I've never seen the X-Files. Kaylee May. Hello, Kaylee May. I'm gonna get my plate and begging you to give me some. Let's see. You sound like you type 65 words per minute. I don't even know what writing, like what's a good writing speed. I type pretty fast just because of my job. Bye, Scott Whitebird. Thanks for joining. Jerry and Sheila Island Living. Love the username. Worm salad, says Dirty Bird. Hope you enjoyed the Mother's Day holiday. I did, Victor. It was very nice. We went out and got brunch, the four of us as a family. Yeah, it was pretty chill. Biswash says, nice memories on the refrigerator. Yes, I do like having photos behind me. Ola thinks it's the Colosseum for the trivia question because I like the Gladiator movie, but is voting Peru. All right. Looks like worms. I know. It does look like worms. Gianna Forever is here. Hello, Gianna. Love to see you. Crazy Pilot with the thumbs up. The Hater, VK Parthikaswaran. Doing well. How are you? I am a US citizen. Persian Boy Hannah, I went to the fridge and found 2 mushroom sandwiches. I was very happy. Mushroom sandwiches, okay. I've never heard of a mushroom sandwich. I traveled through Peru and went to Machu Picchu. Peru was an amazing place. I've heard incredible things. Stone Papa Smurf. Ist dir bewusst, dass ich wirklich auch mal Nudeln bedeutet? Ja, ich habe es verstanden. Allie, I am making, or is it Ollie? This is black rice ramen noodles with some cordyceps mushrooms, that's the orange part, on top. And it's actually pretty tasty. Not that I didn't think it wouldn't be. Did I say that right? I didn't think this would be a gross dish. I just have never had black rice ramen and I've never eaten cordyceps mushrooms. Thank you, Victor, for the like. Adrian says, hey, Kirby says, Hannah, I like the shades, you should put them on. I was wearing them outside because it was such a sunny day and I went for a walk. Fine, I'll put them on. I'm gonna feel so dumb. You could also see my ring light. There you go. Harshit Rana said hi. Timothy Peters is here. Hi, Timothy. Like a psychedelic mushroom sandwich. Oh. Ezekiel Paul is here. Rich is giving the CR7 emojis to Kirby. Oh, mein Hase ist Name. I'm glad I could put you at ease. She put him on! I know. I said I wouldn't, but because it was the second or third time that someone had asked, I was like, okay, I'll do it. I is here. Beautiful, what are you eating? Black rice ramen with some cordyceps mushrooms. Shades on and the earrings, a double threat. What makes me laugh is people give so much meaning to like the silliest things. Like when I remember when I was wearing my reading glasses, not reading, but it's like just my vision glasses on my live stream. They're like, ooh, Hannah looks so smart. Hannah looks so smart. And I'm like, I could be the dumbest person in the world, but if I put on my glasses, people are like, oh, she's smart. Same with these, it's like shades suddenly make you cooler, even though they're just two things that you put in front of your eyeballs. It tastes very nice, Brian. I would say the most flavor I'm getting is this ginger and garlic stir fry sauce. I love just the flavor of this. It's very bright. It has some lime in it. Yes, Coach Squirrel. I love The Last of Us, and I actually filmed a recipe for my channel last night, and I will publish that recipe video next week because season 2 finale of The Last of Us is next week over the weekend. So in honor of that, in honor of season 2 ending, I decided to get some cordyceps. I'll show you what they look like dried. They look just like you see them in the show. So this is the container. I had to go and find some like Amazon seller, you know, that sells these containers of cordyceps flowers. There you go. Look familiar. Thank you, Brian. Stone Papa Smurf says, you are smart. Thanks. I do my best. So yeah, here's what they look like. They definitely smell like earthy. I can't really think of another way to put it. It's just like, yep, these came from the soil is the smell. But yeah, they have been consumed by humans for many, many years. But that still didn't totally put me at ease eating them for the first time. I was just like, oh, a little creepy. Hannah sieht auch ohne Brille schlau aus. Danke, mein Hasesname. You going out to a party? No. Hate to say this, I need to sign off. Oh, see you later, Superman love. Great seeing you. Hope to see you more. Your more cooking. Have a beautiful night. Oh, one more thing. I told my friends to check your show out. Amazing. Thank you, Superman love. It was great seeing you tonight. I'll be live again on Friday night if you wish to join. Okay, just heated up some rice corn on the cob. Ooh, yummy. And green beans. That was Ola. I don't think I've ever had tamales, Vic. I'm way overdue. Hannah, you are German, but I promise you I speak German better than you. I'm not saying I'm the best German speaker, Persian boy. Rooster, hello, doing well. Just eating some dinner. Kirby, you in Madagascar. Bella Too Real is here. Brian, it tastes nice. Just tamed 2 meerkats. Glasses do make you look smart. I mean, I feel like everyone looks more studious when they wear glasses because it's like, oh, they're gonna be like reading a book, or they I feel like even when you fix your glasses, you look more, it's silly. Like glasses do not equal intelligence, but we have like the nerd stereotype. You're smart without glasses or wearing glasses. Thank you, I'm Piece super. Can I get that sauce on Amazon? I don't know. I got this at my local grocery store. But the brand up here, it says Yai's Thai. So if you're interested in the brand, that's what it's called, Yai's Thai. For a second, I thought it said Yas Thai. Sieht auch, What's The Last of Us? Is it about like The Walking Dead? Basically, think of it like The Walking Dead, except instead of like a zombie virus, it's these mushrooms that they evolve over time because of climate change and are eventually able to infect humans and like take over their minds. So it's like it's similar. It's like a zombie-ish type of show. You're cool, do what you want to do, but I know what you mean, says I'm. Skincare Grace. Look like potato sticks. Also, fun fact about The Last of Us, Ellie is not immune, only has a unique infection. Really? What? That makes me stressed. What? Seems like you don't like that dish. I do love it, Abdul Ali. It's just actually a lot. I'm the best German speaker. Yeah, that would make sense because you are, in fact, a fluent German speaker. Kirby says, when my glasses fall off playing basketball, I feel like the dorkiest man on earth. I mean, whatever. Haters are gonna hate, and you just gotta keep on going. Let them laugh at you, but whatever. Just a Dude says, my horse is named Ellie after Ellie from The Last of Us. That's so cool. Also, Just a Dude, I don't know if I ever knew you have a horse. I want a horse. I would love to have horses, like have them in a stable, you know, go out riding. But obviously, I've never owned pets, and I would not start with a horse. I mean, they're extremely expensive compared to buying a cat or a dog. Way more maintenance, grooming, boarding them. You obviously can't keep them inside your home like you can with a dog or a cat. So I feel like I have to take it in steps. Like first, get a pet dog or a few pet dogs, which I see myself having as my first pet would be a dog or multiple, and then eventually work up to having pet horses. I feel like Velma, oh my gosh, Velma, another one where it's like you think of like Velma from Scooby-Doo, she was the smart one. Dexter from Dexter's Lab, he's another nerd I think about with glasses. Is there anyone else, like a character that was really famous that was like, oh, Urkel was like a nerdy dork with big glasses. Get the sports glasses, it should help more safe. I need the Kareem goggles. Oh, I don't know those. I had the Kareem goggles in middle school, the strap and everything. Ooh, nice. I'm guessing that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Did not know he had glasses. Casey Paul is here. Hi, Casey. Banana Republic, hello. I'm toward the end of my stream. This is what I made. One of the things I made, it's black rice noodles with cordyceps mushrooms. That's the orange bits that you see. And I also made some veggie burgers. I told people I was gonna make some popcorn, but I'm honestly like heading out soon and I have this whole bowl that I want to eat, so I will not be making popcorn, sadly. How about Friday night though? I feel like popcorn on Friday night is very fitting. So I promise I will make popcorn on my Friday night live stream. Ooh, Tony Stark. Love him. Hello, Claus 21. Thank you. Mangru is here. Urkel was funny. Lass mich dein Pferd sein. Oh man, you're cracking me up tonight. Mein Herz ist Name. LOL, would not start with a horse, yeah. No, that would be like quite, like, I feel like it'd be that saying of just diving into the deep end or getting way in over your head. If you didn't major in public health for college, what other pathway do you think you would have chosen? Probably law. I thought I wanted to be a lawyer for several years. I worked at law firms as a paralegal, but I just, there were some like red flags for sure. The stress, like the sadness, like I could just see like how stressed out the attorneys were. And several attorneys that I worked with told me, do not go to law school. Like, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Like, one of them even said, he's like, Hannah, what can I say to you to convince you not to go to law school? Because I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. I want to do it. And it was just like hearing people who had gone through the pathway and like gone to school, gotten their law degree, and become, you have to pass the bar and be admitted to your state where you can practice. I was like, man, it was just kind of sad to hear them like saying that. So I had my reservations, but that was early on. That was the path that I was thinking of taking, Maria. So if I hadn't gone for my master's, I would have gone for a JD, which is it's called a Juris Doctor, and that's the degree that you traditionally need to get in order to become an attorney in the United States. Brian wants me to be literal 4 eyes and have my reading glasses on and then my sunglasses. Kannst du gut tanzen? Ziemlich gut, aber nicht sehr, sehr gut. Ich bin nicht sehr begabt beim Tanzen. Let's see. Time out, my glasses fell. Says Curvy. My husky is named Nook after the dog from the 80s vampire movie The Lost Boys. I did not know The Lost Boys is a vampire movie. What? How did I miss that? I love vampire stuff. The twin sisters from Johnny Quest, the Genius Sisters. Xerox Road is here. I don't really like aquatic life. Chip Broadhead, you're asking why not have a goldfish. Not a big fan of aquatic life, and also I want a pet where I can like sleep with them, cuddle with them, take them on walks outside, like literal like BFF, like go on runs with them, go on hikes with them, go on vacations with them. And it's like, you can't bring a goldfish. Like you could, but who's gonna bring a goldfish on a hike? So I very much want like a companion pet where I get to go and do things, like have fun adventures with my pet. So that's why dogs are really appealing and horses are very appealing. Hi, Mungru. How much sun should you get per day? I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some amount. I try to get outside for at least like 20 minutes a day. Sometimes the sun isn't out, sadly, because it's cloudy. He loved some Laura. That show was a classic. Greenleaf music is back. Hello, Greenleaf. Popcorn is such a Friday snack. Yes, you should make brownies next. Not gonna lie, brownies sound incredible right now. Lee Little Babies, brown rice ramen with cordyceps. Diving in the deep end, yes. Ola. MC, I see you. MC Sithlu. No wonder you're so detailed and focused. Paralegals be working, yeah. No, I really like being a paralegal, but I mean, long hours, you have to be very detail oriented. You do a lot of the paperwork that attorneys then will review and edit and then sign off on. So it's like a great way to kind of test the waters and see if you actually like working in a legal office without just going straight to the attorney role. You start off as like a lower level employee. And it was like the first job I had out of college after I spent some time overseas. And it was like a great way to start. Thank you, Bhaskar B. You gotta be numb to do law because you're gonna see some crazy, it depends on what field. So like I would say there's certain fields of law where you're gonna see some pretty messed up stuff. But I would say in my field, so I worked in immigration law. It's very like, just like do the visa, get the paperwork together, send it off to the US government, and they'll give it like a good or a bad. And then it's like, boom, the client gets their visa, gets to come over from whatever country. So ours was like not like sad law. It was very like interesting. There's some really boring, I would say like tax law is pretty boring. Entertainment law can be pretty interesting if you work with like Hollywood actors or agents or whatever. But then like family law, I've heard, is like really sad. And if you're like a prosecutor and you have to go to court and see some like pretty vicious cases unfold, like, yeah, that would be rough. Better Call Saul. Hanna wirst du mich heiraten? Ooh, getting right to it. Mein Hase ist Name. I don't like no job you can't leave at work. Abraham Joseph is here. Yep, The Lost Boys is a classic vampire movie. Okay. Hi, Gregory. You should watch The Lost Boys. Yes, I will watch it. Omar is back. Hello, hello. I am eating, I don't know how to say ramen in Espanol, but this is black rice. I know how to say it would be arroz negro, but I don't know how to say ramen. With mushrooms. Con champiñones. We should do a movie night. Yes, I would love to do movie night at some point on here. Do you remember Inspector Gadget? That was one of my all-time favorite cartoons as a kid. I don't know if I watched the real one. I think it had that dude from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Vassal is here. Fish always staring at you. Pocket Monkey. Hannah, I have a German Shepherd who loves zombie movies. We sit together and watch horror movies. Nice. DJ the Mad Dog is here. Good to see you. Vampire likes to snuggle up. Vampire bat. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the vampire bat. Zoe Campbell, thank you very much. I wear these earrings because people love them so much. Abraham Joseph is going. Don't get a husky. I actually don't like huskies. I've never liked them. You can do that with your pet fish. That would be so cool, and hug the fish. Yeah, nope. Smug Wavy is here. Maria says, I need to go. Hannah, love joining your lives. Bye. Bye, Maria. I don't know what that is, man. I want a pet llama. Hi, Blake Kelso. Vegan, yes, Gregory. Okay, immigration, paralegal does all the grunt work. True, yes. I would say based on my years of being a paralegal, you do like the grunt work. You're like the first line, like when people are calling in with questions about their case, what's the status, when are you sending this to me, when are we finishing this, whatever. It's like you're the one who has to field all the emails, all the calls, and then if it's getting like really aggressive, then you get to pass it on to like the supervising attorney who's managing the case. But yeah, it is definitely grunt work that the paralegals do. Chip Broadhead, if you have watched the Netflix show, what do you make of the Oh, I've seen that scrolling through, but I never watched the Jeffrey Dahmer show. Yeah, I mean, scary. Teen Wolf is a classic, yes. Class 21, I'm United States citizen. Hi, Red Eyes Gaming. Ich teste nur, wie viel Deutsch du verstehst. I don't know if that's entirely true. You are so beautiful. Thank you, Red Eyes Gaming. Movie night, yay. I know, I think like people have talked about Discord. I think that's where you can like watch stuff as a community. Like I would like to have a little more variety in my live streams, like do cooking some nights, but then do movie nights, do like hike with me or something, like basically like every night of the week is something different. Like it's not just cooking all 4 nights. Fideo de arroz negro. Oh, okay, fideo is ramen maybe? Heathcliff? Or Heathcliff? All right. Thank you for being charismatic and making people's day. Thank you, Pimp Martin. Good to see you. Better Call Saul is about lawyers, 60%. Yeah, honestly, I don't really like watching legal shows because at least I watched some of Better Call Saul and it was entertaining, but like especially with Suits, I've been watching Suits LA. What's another one? I don't know if The Closer is, but like the shows make it look so dramatic. And you guys, the day-to-day life, as someone who has worked in law offices, it is like not dramatic. It's very boring. Lots of paperwork, people just sitting at their cubicles, like clicking computer screens, checking forms. Like it's not what you see on TV. Cody Walter, hello. LOL Vampire Bats, hell no, yeah, definitely not. Javier Larios is here. Hi, Javier. Custom Dreamer. You have to talk to clients. Yep. Jeffrey Dahmer 8 folks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hannah with the, it looks like a ski lift. Shadow Pierce. Red miniature poodles. Cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. VV Medina. I mean, I've never heard of red miniature poodles, but they sound cute. We have VHS from Somalia, Orange Cat cartoon. Get a pet raccoon, definitely not. It's not like Suits or Lincoln Lawyer, no. You guys, if TV shows were anything like real law offices, no one would watch the show and it would get canceled after the first season. It's not dramatic. Let's see, Brian, you're a genius. A raccoon will tear you up. Hi, Esmeraldo de Souza Jr. LOL Country, hell nah. Fatine is here. All right, let's have a little bit more of this and then I'm gonna get going because I have been saying I want to be consistent about writing every day. I like had it with my own self. I was like, I need to get back to this, and if I can make time for XYZ, I can make time for writing. This is so good, you guys. Very happy with this. People have been saying that the cordyceps look like worms, which is fair. I see it. Ola says, oh, you're writing. What are you writing about? So I have planned out like a series of books that I want to write about my dad's life. But the thing is, it's like in my head, it's going to be 3 separate books because there's so much to cover. It's like the first 20 some years of his life. And there's tons of events that go down. I'm writing as like fiction, but based on true events with like real things that happened. And it's just like, if you don't make time to write consistently, it takes a long time from start to finish with a book. And it's just, I know it will take time. So every day that I don't write, I'm like, that's one more day that I didn't make any progress with the story. So yeah, I'm like, I want to get it done. It's hard to say because I'm not trying to like get it done as fast as possible because I want it to be very well written and like as accurate as possible based on what my dad has told me. But I don't want this to just drag on forever where it's like, oh, I'll get to it. And then I turn 50 years old and I still haven't done a first draft of the first book. So yeah, that is like an ongoing thing in the background. I'm really excited about it, but it's like, you have to chip away at it every day. Like if you really want to do it, there was some like influencer, some YouTuber, like business person where it's like, if it's not on your calendar, like it's not a priority for you. And I was like, dang, that's kind of how I've been feeling about writing this story. Like I just haven't made time for it consistently. I've told myself like, no, you can get to it later. And then it's like, this is exactly how people get to the end of their lives and have tons of regret because they're like, oh, I have more time. And then they never get around to it. So I'm like, no, Screw that. I'm going to get this done, even if it does take a long time. Brian ceases to amaze me. Oh my God, cook the raccoon. I'm with you there, Kirby. There's always just some comment and you're like, all right. Okay, yes, you have to schedule it out. The hardest part is making the time. Yep. But the thing is, I tell myself, okay, I make time every week to watch one episode of The Last of Us. I make time every week to go on a walk with my dad. I make time every week to go for a run or do a little yoga workout. And it's like, I can make time for all of this other stuff. I can definitely make time, even if it's like a tiny bit of time. So yeah, it's gonna happen. So just a dude, I haven't contacted, sorry, chewing. All right, I haven't contacted a publishing company yet. I would love to have the books that I'm writing for them to be published. However, it's like the best practice from what I've read, like how to get published, because a lot of times they'll reject you. You want like your first, at least have like a few chapters written, and you want it to be like really, really, really good, like as polished as you can get it, to send it to them and be like, here's like a taste of what my first draft is looking like, so they have a sense. I'm not there yet. I mean, I'm still just beginning to write the first chapter. Like I've mapped out like the timeline and stuff and like the different pieces I want to include, but it's just, I think the hardest thing about, and this is my first time writing a story, like a fictional story, is like, it's not like a task where you can just break it into little discrete tasks where it's like, I'm going to build a house. So first it's like every single step you can like estimate how much time it's gonna take, how much money it's gonna take, what it'll look like when you'll be done. So it's like, first I need to get the wood. First I need to get all of the pieces. Then I need to start building the frame of the house. Then I need to install this. It's like, there's like no, writing is not like that at all. Oh, okay, you have to schedule it out. All right, missed some comments here. Ibrahim, hello. The one and only, oh my goodness, it's been a while. How are you? Haven't seen you since right before the wedding. How have you been? Great. Happy Wednesday. I made some ramen tonight with some cordyceps mushrooms. The wedding was really fun. I don't know if you've seen, but I posted on my channel. If you click on my icon and go to my channel, the most recent video I posted, it was this past Monday, was the wedding trip vlog in Annapolis, Maryland and Washington, D.C. Let's see, excuse me. Gold chain and leash. I don't know if it's just me, but weeks seem to go by faster. Like when you look back when movies came out, you'd be like, dang, that came out in 2021. I know, it's very spooky. Like I feel like it really has been since the pandemic. Like even the year 2023, like I remember it so vividly, and I'm like, dang, that's 2 years ago now. Like not even last year, where it's like they start to just like recede farther and farther into the past, and you're like, I know, I had the same thing about movies from like 2021, 2022, and I'm like, that's actually starting to feel old now. And then I see things that came out in 2019, 2017, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like a century ago, it feels like. Thank you, Brian. El Argentino is here. My birthday is not this week. Nope, Persian boy. It's in September. Utsav is here. Charlie, 7 Football says, yo. Sunglasses for the raccoon. Brian and the raccoon. He's on a roll. I made black rice ramen with cordyceps and 2 mushroom veggie burgers. Kirby says, happy birthday. Once upon a time, the end. Saw your video on USA Cup. Oh my gosh, John H. It's such an amazing tournament. I love USA Cup so much. Food and Felons is here. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Oh no, reality boo-hoo. Chronos 3000. Saw your video on USA Cup. Amazing. From Brazil. Sonu Sen 18. Hello. Brian says, bye Hannah, sorry for the raccoon joke. Have a wonderful rest of your night. No, I enjoyed it, Brian. No worries. Yes, have a great night and hope tomorrow goes well, and I will be back on Friday. You know that already though. Bearded Viking. Oh my god, I remember you. You have the coolest like woodworking stuff, right? Yeah. I remember. Wow. Yup. Dang, it's been a while. Good to see you. I'm always so impressed by the verified channels. How cool. Well, welcome back, Bearded Viking Woodworks. Hey, the one and only says nice. I will check it out. Thanks for saying hi. Take care. Hey there, always enjoy the lives. It's good to see you. I feel like it's been months since I last saw you in the chat. I remember the people with check marks because it's so uncommon that you see verified accounts in the chat. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, and Andreas. Oh, wie geht's dir? Hamburg ist mal wieder hier. Wow. Andreas, I feel like it's been a while since I saw you. Oh wow, you remember 2 years, grats. It's crazy. Did I miss the answer to the poll question? Not yet. Before I forget, I will close it in a few seconds. So if you haven't voted yet, guess the poll or vote in the poll. The question is, guess which ancient structure I most want to visit in the world. The options are pyramids at Giza, that one's got the most, Great Wall of China, Machu Picchu, and Roman Colosseum. So guess away and I'll close it momentarily. Some kid from Britain. I'm eating black rice ramen noodles with cordyceps mushrooms in honor of The Last of Us. Ola is guessing Colosseum. Dang country. Kirby is saying, it takes me months to remember to put the right year on paperwork. Time moves so fast. Yeah, even still, I will write 2020 and then I'll do the 4. And then I'm like, oh my God. I mean, we're what? Now almost 5 full months into May, yeah, 5 full months into this new year. Crazy, you guys. Crazy. Wendy Rios is back. It's morning in Germany. Oh yes, it is definitely morning in Germany because it's evening here in the United States. Just to do doesn't remember what option. All right, I'm gonna close the poll, everybody, and then I gotta get out of here because I'm gonna write tonight, being consistent. Cute is here. Hi, Cute. Kirby says Wall of China guaranteed. Saw your video. Okay, saw that from John. I picked the place in Peru, Machu Picchu. I know I misspelled it myself when I was putting it in the poll. Chaco, your little brother, you made it before I head out tonight. Lil Zen says kindergartens are my place to go. Okay. Ola says yes, I remember when the protest happened like yesterday. Crazy. All right, so poll results are in. Let's see. Guess which ancient structure I most want to visit. Surprise, surprise. First thing in the poll that I listed was pyramids at Giza. 37% said that. It is not the pyramids at Giza, although I do want to see them in my lifetime. 26% said Great Wall of China. Honestly, I don't really feel the need to see it. Like, I would be okay if I made it to the end of my life and I hadn't seen it. So it's not the Great Wall of China. 18% said Roman Colosseum, and it is the Roman Colosseum. You guys have heard me talk so many times about my dream vacation to Italy. That's gonna be 2 months long and no expense spared, and like just going all over the entire country and seeing everything. like Rome. I want to see all the parts of Rome, including the Roman Colosseum. So it is the Roman Colosseum. That's like the most, for me, like the ancient structure that I'm most interested in seeing. YQ Reality, you made it! Yay! Glad to be back. Pichu just made, oh, you made it into the poll. Nice. It's not Machu Picchu. I would like to see that though. I've never been to South America. I haven't even been to Mexico. I've never been anywhere farther south than probably like Georgia or Los Angeles, whichever one of those is, like Atlanta, Georgia versus LA. I don't know on a map like which one would be farther south, but I have not been to any country below the United States. So I'd love to check it out. Timberwolves are up big at the half. Wow, that's exciting. Thank you for the update, Rich. I totally forgot about that game, even though I was talking about it today with my fam. Never mind, ignore that. Oh, LOL. Machu Picchu, sorry, AD, it's not Machu Picchu. Changed my answer to the correct answer. Nice, Curvy. 5 in the morning, 5 Uhr morgens in Deutschland. Wasn't here the last days, cause preparation time for, oh my gosh, Hochzeit für die Tochter. Oh my gosh, Andreas, that's amazing. Is that in Hamburg? Is she getting married in Hamburg? Happy birthday to you, says Noosh. Dang it, I knew you had been to Greece, so I thought you saw the Colosseum in Rome. So Rome is in Italy, not Greece. Spaniard, I should have stuck with my first guess. El Nacho, hi Mr. Handsome, it's been a while. Ola says I'm 7-3 on the polls. Okay. Rich, the Warriors need to cut the losses if Curry is not returning. Okay. Mr. Handsome, I made ramen tonight with cordyceps. She liked gladiators, big muscle men. No way. Why would she like that? It's definitely more that it's like I'm not crushing on Russell, what's his face? Russell Crowe in the original one. No, it's like everything outside of that. I love the drama. I love the historical events going on. The soundtrack. Evil Joaquin Phoenix as Commodus. Jimon Hunsu, who's like the African, I forget what country he would have been from at the time, but he and Maximus are enslaved during the movie and they become buddies. So no, there's all these other things. It's not the gladiator dudes alone. Curry's healing, LOL crushing LOL. Luis Oliveira is here. Andrea says, thanks, Ola. That movie had drama. I thought it was a trick question. Jagwandam, I will see you again, but not yet. I know. It's like so sweet, but so sad. Should have went with the obvious answer. And Oliver Reed as Proximo, says Parker. Yeah, I know where Rome is, LOL, but most people venture throughout Greece, Italy, France, so I made a bad assumption you went to both Greece and Italy. It was a silly thought. Architect, there is an argument regarding designing and building. Would you say still debatable? Oh, I don't know. I haven't read enough to have an opinion. Luis says, I miss you. Kachiga. All right. So guys, ancient Rome was crazy. Thank you, Luis. I'm gonna get going because I got stuff to do tonight, but reminder, my next live stream is this Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Come on, USA. So, would love to see you on Friday. This was like a nice, like good pace of the chat. I could keep up with people. Yeah, so would love to chat with you some more in 2 days on Friday night. Let's see. I'm gonna get to the last few comments that came in here while I was typing that. Ancient Rome was crazy. Couldn't live back then, no air conditioning. Any advice on someone? I think I'm not gonna give out that kind of advice on here, Sonny Michael. Apostle Paul and what he went through under the Roman rule. Probably in some part. Laura. Luis from Brazil. Hi, Noah Montez. Andrea says, I guess Ola is his second daughter, so I have the experience. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Wow, another daughter's wedding you get to experience. Isaiah Thompson heading out. Good night to you, Cassidy. Oh my gosh, best of luck with your late shift that you're on at your company. Hang in there. We're getting closer to the weekend. Thank you, Fatine. Okay, stay focused, Miss Hannah. Great seeing ya. I'm gonna get some rest. Yes. Hope all of you have great evenings. Get some good rest. And if you're already on your Thursday, then have a great rest of your day. And I will see you on Friday night. Take care, everybody.